as we came back, I noticed that Pyong, he's the player that normally plays for Rave, but I know he's quite busy nowadays, handling a lot of management work for Rave, so I think he's taking a step back, at least for this season.
Right.
And I saw him walking with 2 attractive women.
Well, there's gonna be
after the break. He just
they're gonna need something.
They're following him.
Like he hired some cheer girls to like cheer them up after that game, I think, because they're gonna need something to pick them up.
That's true, especially as Jo never seems happy whenever he walks on stage. Unfortunately, I hope he feels better one day.
Fingers crossed. But yeah, straight into the picks and bans of Game 2 in this best of 3. We have Nagar and Tinker banned from Pokerface.
All my rares on Pokerface. I'm not even going to beat around the bush. After a dominating game number 1,
wow,
I can't really see them dropping a set the Rave. Rave got completely outclassed, in all honesty, in every way.
Way to make this game sound interesting, Whiplash.
Well, it's going to be interesting.
It's going to be interesting how badly they get destroyed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so mean. But we see Batrider removed instantly from Rave. So they don't want to deal with that. They don't want to deal with that again because that was a mistake letting that one through.
It was, and if you guys think Batrider is weaker after the patch, well, think again.
It's still very much a very powerful initiator.
Yep. It's just maybe they have to make Lasso last like a second less or something on each level, but he's still by far the best initiator in the game.
Yeah, they need to. I mean, like, he's not like super OP, but he's still very good.
The problem is he's still like the best initiator in the game.
Yeah, they need to do something. They need to dial down something.
He can play mid or offlane. He's really versatile.
And we see a Doom pickup from Pokerface. Very solid. Have to wait and see where they're going to put him.
Doom's becoming more and more popular in the Korean scene. MVP have really been enjoying him as well as Pokerface. Both teams liking the hero a lot. We saw Blitz run the hero mid a few times, but that was a lot earlier in KDL. And we haven't seen that hero too much from them, but I'd like to see him run it a little bit more. Zephyr doesn't run as much orthodox heroes, I feel, as they should, but that's just me nitpicking.
Yeah. I mean, Pokerface can definitely have some leeway in Game 2. They could put him mid lane. They can put him anywhere, really, and see how they go against Rave.
I like the Ancient Apparition pickup. It's going to really kind of reduce the effectiveness of that living armor if it comes to team fights.
This is Lodraki. Played the Tidehunter last game. Didn't do too much work.
Unfortunately not. He gave up 2 kills to just a dual lane with the Ember Spirit and the Shadow Demon making short work of him. Sky, of course, playing the Shadow Demon in that game. Yeah, Pokerface, they had a lot of synergy, great teamwork, and a good draft.
Yep. I mean, going into that game, we definitely thought that mechanics would be really the thing that Rave would have to overcome. And Pokerface proving again and again that their teamwork and mechanics and farming and laning are just much stronger.
Well, here's the thing about the Koreans. Like, their mechanics are good. That's not their problem. It's just game sense, game knowledge, and teamwork. And we're seeing that these top teams like MVP and Pokerface, they're really starting to pick up the slack. They're learning more about the game. They're not the laughingstock that they were last year, where basically the Korean Dota, LOL.
You're right. Well, I mean, you got to start somewhere, and it's been one season already, so we're definitely seeing like
these top teams are already starting to definitely be on par with a lot of the C teams, or even better than some of them.
Right.
I mean, MVP's run through the TI qualifiers, where Korea and C both were the same region, is a great example.
Getting second place like that, absolutely amazing feat for MVP.
And I still think MVP have the ability to beat Arrow. It's just they need a little bit more time.
I give them a bit more time, but they're definitely well on their way.
They are. Meanwhile, Pokerface, they've removed the Wraith King from the pool, and the Rave, they still don't want to play against the Viper, but they were saying, okay, the Batrider and the Ember Spirit, those are just 2 heroes that we can't deal with, and Treant Protector.
They certainly found that out last game.
Yeah. Treant Protector sees a grass type, I guess Dotamon, and the Batrider and Ember Spirit are Firemons.
Yeah, but they let Doom through, which is also a Firemon, so
this is the problem.
He's going to take a bit of extra damage in these fights.
And even the Ancient Apparition's an Ice type. This Treant Protector's just not going to have fun.
No, he's actually going to take a lot of extra damage here.
At least the Rubik can... I guess there's a few Pokemon that change their type
Yeah.
around occasionally.
That's
so
true.
That could happen there.
It's kind of like an Eevee, I think it's called.
There's some later generation Pokemon that I know there's like a lizard one where if you attack him with a certain attack type,
right,
then he changes his type to that attack.
See, Pokemon got too complicated. It got too full on in these later games. So I bought the latest one, but I got over it pretty quickly.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
haven't played it.
I'm a Pokemon Blue guy.
I really like I like Pokemon Black. I thought that was really good. Pokemon Black and White.
I never played that one.
It was really good. I enjoyed it. Meanwhile, Rave have picked up a Tidehunter. So once again, they're feeling...
It must be Lodraki has been playing the Tidehunter in his practice.
Yeah.
They're really confident with that.
I mean, he's still a great hero. It's just Rave was not able to get the most out of him. And
they definitely did play him a different way this game.
He needs to be a big fish in a pond of little fish, not the other way around.
Exactly. Cannot be giving up to the position 1, giving kills to the position 1.
I do like the Faceless Void ban. We've seen Jo pick up that hero before and use it decently. I also believe Pokerface have used that hero in the past. But smart first bans from them anyway, with both the Tinker and Naga being preferable heroes for Jo generally.
Right.
And now they have the Gyrocopter.
I like this. Great position 1 here. Does a lot of damage once getting some decent farm. Very confident they can get that for sure.
He's going to be bringing a lot of AoE to the team.
Very nice, accompanied by the Ancient Apparition too.
Yeah, good combination for sure.
Chilling touch going to do work.
Febby will definitely be playing the Gyrocopter unless they decide to do something crazy and run him mid. Then
that'd be funky.
It would be a little funky.
There's TA mid for Rave.
All right, so
pretty much just missing a position 1 now for their lineup.
Their lineup's mostly the same as last game.
It is, isn't it? They must have just practiced one lineup.
Maybe, and we're seeing Pokerface come out with just a new strategy. Like none of their heroes are really the same.
Darkseer off lane.
Nice, Darkseer. If you think about it, there are 3 melee members of Rave. The Darkseer will do work against them. There's also the Rubik Aura will be nice to steal, and Tidehunter in the late game can be an Aura carrier with Shiva's Guard.
Yep, absolutely.
That should be annoying to deal with.
MP played Batrider last game.
He dominated that mid lane pretty hard against Chrissy, who was on the TA last game.
Yeah, he really did. So we'll have to wait and see what he's going to go this game.
Yeah. Down to the last 2 bans, last 2 picks. We have the KDL.
Jo playing that position 1.
Yeah, he got caught by Batrider too much. Cynical played Dazzle last game. Did a pretty solid job. Just annoying.
Very annoying. Gave up that first blood though. He's going to be a little more careful.
That's true. We'll see if he's on the Ancient Apparition or the final support that Pokerface pick up. Once again, Rave, they're going to be a little bit tankier with this lineup, I feel, with the Tramp Protector added into the mix, the Leech Seed Living Armor. But that's not to say that Team Pokerface won't have some sustain of their own, with Doom probably being the mech carrier unless it goes for like phase drums style, into like a fast blink or BKB, which in that case we'll see the Darkseer pick up the mechanism, which he's also a good carrier. It could really be either way depending on how Pokerface want to handle this, but I still anticipate this Doom being position 1. They'll probably build him a little bit more DPS oriented.
Okay. I could definitely see that for sure.
Sand King would have been a nice pickup. Would have brought them basically a wombo combo AoE, which they're pretty close to having with the Darkseer, Gyrocopter, Ancient Apparition combination. That's so much AoE that can happen in a small space. And Sand King, to top it all off, would have just been a nightmare for Rave.
That would have been just insane sort of DPS. Waiting for that last ban. They're really thinking about this one. What do they want to get rid of? They want to get rid of Marauder again.
Okay. Well, you know what, Rave? They pretty much have picked the same heroes.
Exactly the same heroes, except for Treant so far. I mean, why not get rid of the Marauder? I think it's a good call.
The Rave still need a position 1 to grab. They have multiple heroes they could probably go for. Luna is always a good pick in this situation.
We don't see enough Lunar. in KDL.
Yeah, it's interesting because she's such a solid hero, but I think a lot of it comes down to your supports.
Yeah.
If your supports aren't up to snuff, then you can't protect that hero. I know that's why Zephyr doesn't run the hero.
Okay. Very interesting.
Both teams are really using up a lot of their time to decide which hero are they going to grab.
Killing a lot of time here. This is the last chance for Rave to get a win.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they got to take their time. They got to make the right choice. And
Lycan.
Very good choice.
I'm actually surprised he slipped through the cracks and didn't get banned out earlier, and it makes perfect sense because Jo loves picking this hero. He is totally a rat Dota kind of player.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that Pokerface has completely left him untouched. Instead, choosing to get rid of like Tinker, Faceless Void.
I think that the Wraith King could have been replaced with the Lycan as bans.
Yeah.
Other than that, I completely am down with Pokerface's bans besides that.
No. Okay, Enchantress.
Okay. That's cynical. That is so cynical. He loves Enchantress. It's one of his favorite heroes. He's really comfortable with it. So he'll probably play a Chinese style, try to do a lot of ganking early on, or apply a lot of early pressure.
Right.
That should be the way that they handle things. So ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Game 2 out of this best of 3. Currently, Pokerface are up 1-0 over the opposition Rave. So unfortunately, did not have an excellent Game 1. Can they come back? We'll find out in match number 2.
Here we go. Rave tearing up mid towards that top rune, looking for something. Looks like they really want to find the first blood early.
They very well may. Now,
Don't think they've been spotted just yet. Oh wait, pings go off.
okay, they just place a very offensive ward. I'm surprised they're not warding more of the creep camps, like the hard one here.
Yeah.
They could put a ward up at that little high ground area, like even a sentry ward.
Yeah, they really want to try and shut down this Enchantress, stop her from getting the hard creeps. But, well, looks like they're just going to settle with that one ward.
It provides a lot of vision, though, for them. So that'll be a good thing, at least on that angle. There's Febby, the leader of Pokerface, formerly of StarTale back when they existed.
Oh, interesting.
StarTale was the old Bird Gang, and then Bird Gang kind of turned into Pokerface, with a few roster changes here and there.
Right.
KSH and Tenbird, I believe, were originally on the roster, or at least Tenbird. KSH was on FXO, if I recall, which some of the members of MVP and Pokerface were originally as well.
Wow, you got all the history down.
Yeah, way back last year, before Dota was even out in Korea.
Yeah.
We had the beginnings, the absolute beginnings. Players coming out of their military service, or waiting, basically.
Yeah.
Like, I know Dean was doing his military service, I believe, until the end of the last year.
Oh, I see. Wow.
Yeah.
So a lot of older players playing the Dota.
Yep. For those of you who are wondering, military service in Korea is mandatory. It's, I believe, 1.5 years that you have to be in the military.
That's usually it marks the end of the pro gaming career of a player.
Yeah, or in some cases, the beginning.
In some cases, they find a new game like Dota. That's not really new, but new to Korea.
Exactly. All right, so once again, it seems like Pokerface kind of skimping as far as lanes are concerned. They got cynical in the jungle, but, I mean, really, this Tidehunter can't do too much against Febby early on.
Not until he gets some levels for sure. He's going to be held back, and Cup is going to get a lot of free farm.
Yep. He has to be careful. Cynical can come around at any time and just get a nice gank on him. That's early first blood, so can't be too careful. Also, Cynical did place a sentry ward, but I think it may just be out of range of the enemy Rave ward.
Oh, I see.
Meanwhile, this Tornado's been annoying, just kind of zoning out Chrissy a little bit, damaging these creeps.
Bit of help for the Doom there. Definitely affect Refraction too.
Oh,
shuts it down completely. That's actually really
Chris
nice.
has got to be careful. He could give up first blood if he
Yeah, Refraction's not going to do much against a Whirlwind like that.
JYU handling the mid lane this game on the Doom instead of MP on the Bat.
That's so cute.
That is so
wow. That's
Chrissy actually has to go back home.
Actually did a lot of damage. That's really cute. Oh, MP. Careful, MP. Yeah, he's fine.
Doesn't want to get too close to the wolves. They had, or excuse me, Jo put a point into Howl early on, so extra damage to his wolves and the allies.
Ah, that's good. Great way to harass.
Yeah. Harassment-wise, though, Chrissy's the one that's really been bullied out of this lane, and normally TA does really good against a lot of heroes.
Yeah, wouldn't be that one-sided. Oh, MP.
Yeah, they're trying to body block him, but he still has Surge available. He has to use it. Okay.
Waiting for the right time, it looks like.
Now's the time. There it is. He surges away, but no, lifted up! And he's trying to turn it around, but Rior doing his best to body block him. The shield is doing work, but MP... Oh, no, Chris is going to come in and secure the first blood. No! Oh, Rior gets it. He tries the juke through the trees and deny himself by the creeps, but it just doesn't work out.
Just diving too deep, and Pokerface gave up first blood again.
MP smiling. He doesn't even really give a hoot.
Yeah, he's happy. It's good to stay positive. Ooh, great warding.
Pokerface. Yeah, that was smart. They didn't want to stack up this Ancient camp too much, which... Anchor Smash works against Ancients now.
Yeah, so great to do with the Tidehunter. And we see 21 last hits for the Gyrocopter, so doing just fine.
Oh, yeah. JO's not too far behind, though, at 19 of his own. So both carriers pretty much get free farm. And JYU just bullying Chrissy out of the lane. Scorched Earth is so nice against Refraction and Cynical. It's time for him to get aggressive, whether it be on the top or mid lane. He has 2 creeps available to him. And the smoke duo from Rave. Ooh. All right, the smoke will be revealed on both ends, but Cynical could be the one in trouble as he gets hit by the Leech Seed, but will use Nature's Attendance to heal himself, and now JYU. He's going to join the action, but I don't know if they have the lockdown to actually make this work, and all of a sudden JYU is in big trouble. He dies to the Fade Bolt, and that's a 2-0 for Rave. Also, the creep dies. I'm not sure if it's expired or just actually died, but I believe that expired.
So some failed ganks from Pokerface there, really kind of getting out of position.
Yeah, a bit disappointing from Cynical.
Maybe a little too confident early game.
Yeah. Not enough communication regarding the supports from bottom. I mean, they were all the way mid for a while.
Yeah, that's very, very true. Completely smoked out. And, yeah, dying to mid like that.
Well, despite Chrissy not having the best start, he's actually managed to get ahead in creep kills over this Doom now, 21-16, along with 9 denies, so he's actually totally okay. And with that kill as well, he's taking the advantage in lane, and Pokerface may have to actually gank mid in order to kind of come back and restore the equilibrium to the mid lane.
Yeah.
Well, trying to steal a few last hits. Look at that creep.
Rave looking a lot stronger in game 2 so far, that's for sure. Midas online for the Gyrocopter, so farming going very well.
5.5 minutes in, it's, yeah, I would certainly expect that to happen. No reason not to get it if you're doing that good. And MP just being very annoying. Oh, he's actually chasing after cast. Oh, maybe he's trying to steal the rune at the 6-minute mark. It's top. But MP, though, he's being chased down. The Wolves trying the body block, and he surges away. They don't have enough to really finish him off. He's still pretty darn tanky, and just uses the healing salve to, heal himself up. It's kind of the point of a healing salve.
That's the best thing about a healing salve. Keeps you healthy. Goes back to resuming bottom lane farm. We got Mana Boots on the Tidehunter, so he's doing pretty well for his farm.
Not terrible. He's up to 17 last hits.
Yeah.
And it's because Cynical's in the jungle, he hasn't really rotated too much towards the off lane. So already Rave are doing better than they did last game, I feel.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially with these 2 kills early on.
And JYU puts up a sentry ward. But Chrissy, I think, actually, he saw the ward was put down, and he'll know there's a sentry ward in the inventory of the Doom.
See some stacking, but there's a sentry there. Bad luck.
Bad luck Brian, or bad luck Tidehunter.
Bad luck Tidehunter.
We can't make a joke out of that one, unfortunately. It's not happening.
There's just no joke there to be had. But
oh, no. Okay, well, at least Tidehunter is close to his level 6. A little bit of offensive warding from Pokerface, actually very offensive warding. I think they realize they need to kind of shut down this TA a little bit because they're not going to be able to deal with Lycan.
Right. They definitely have to shut down one of these lanes.
Because Tidehunter's doing just fine in the off lane. Pokerface, I mean, they're still getting a good amount of farm as well, but they're not really winning mid lane too much. It's 28-39 and 20 denies on this TA compared to the 12 of Doom. He is just straight up outplaying.
Yeah, he's actually just losing mid straight up.
Yeah. But still, TA, a really good last hitter.
Lads online for the Lycan.
And Jayo's in a great spot. He can even Roshan pretty soon if he wants.
Oh, they might be going for Doxia here. Has used his surge.
Puts on an Ion Shell, but not on himself, and Jayo activates the ultimate. He surges away, but there's the crit. And another kill for Rave, now up 3-0 over Pokerface.
Yeah, they're looking really good. Really great early game for them this time. Totally different team.
Yeah.
Maybe they just got over their initial nerves with the new player, and now they're just right into the rhythm of it.
Indeed, my friend. And unfortunately, this Enchantress just hasn't really been doing much.
She hasn't really done anything except die once.
Yeah.
Went for a gank, a smoke gank, ran into 2 smoke anchors, died. And yeah, since then, we haven't really seen anything except for now this push on top.
Either take out the tier 1 fast or do some ganks. And we just kind of saw Enchantress farm up a lot in the jungle. Jayo has to be careful. Ion Shell does a lot of damage. But already MP down to half health. You can't underestimate the damage.
And we see 2 smoke from behind. We could definitely see a gank here again.
Uh-oh, this is really bad. Okay, MP surges in the only direction he knows possible. 35 seconds still on Shapeshift. And Doom's coming as well from the other direction. He's going to turn around and try to make a big bait.
Oh, misses the...
Oh, in comes Febu, though, with the Gyrocopter ultimate. And he actually is able to get the last hit. Takes down Jayo.
And that's exactly what they needed at this point. They really needed to shut down a Lycan. Lycan or TA. And a great kill for the Gyrocopter.
This is actually really good for Pokerface. Gyrocopter is 66 last hits. Oh, wow. That's going to do a lot of damage, though, the Reor.
Yeah. Too bad there's no one else but him.
I don't think he'll... No, he won't die, but
no,
he's got to be careful. Also, that's good. This Ancient Apparitions hit level 6 by 10 minutes. That's pretty early, and it's because they haven't been tri-laning.
Yeah,
that's very true. Has a lot of extra experience to work with.
Yeah, I think that's really a really great play to level up to level 6 like that. I see a lot of damage on the Tidehunter.
Oh, throws out a Gush. There could be an Anchor Smash follow-up, and oh, the Ravage can actually kill him off. He's trying to buy a little bit of time, though, but I think he has to use it. No, the Anchor Smash. It's all that's needed, and, well, they have to get out Chrissy despite having Refraction in the DD. There's a lot of members here. There's the Ravage, and a big turnaround. Chrissy throwing out a ridiculous amount of DPS, but there's the Doom turnaround, and they say, okay, well, we're going to get Tidehunter, and it turns out being, well, it could be a 2 for 1, could be 2 for 2. Chrissy, though, I think he's just high enough on health, and he backs away. So Pokerface finally, they get 1 kill out of that.
But they lose their Gyrocopter.
Yeah.
That's not good. Not a good trade at all. Very nicely done by Rave.
Yeah.
Great saving that Ravage for when it was actually needed.
Exactly.
He didn't get greedy. He didn't want to just get that kill. He wanted to wait until he actually needed it.
I think that's the sign of a player that really knows, you know, I have to hold on to this until the absolute last second.
We still see Enchantress kind of farming it up.
Ooh. Oh, MP's actually. He's dead. He's not careful.
Yeah.
But Jayo decides to just hightail it out of there. Maybe hit on some creeps in the jungle and heal up.
I see top tier 1 getting pushed.
Well, here's the smoke. It's going to get revealed, and Sky is in a lot of trouble. He doesn't have any mana to do anything. Down comes the call down, and it doesn't really hit anybody. Meanwhile, though, the rest of Rave, they're coming in. Cynical's getting hit with a lot of nuke damage, but Treant Protector, he's being focused down by the 2 carries, and they do manage to take down the Treant, and a nice stomp onto the Tide. And with the rotation from MP, another kill. Pokerface have just brought it 5-6. They are coming back.
Definitely brought it back with that engagement. No Lycan there to help out, and yeah, kind of caught out position, trying to go all in on the, who was it? The Enchantress?
Apparition?
Apparition, that's it.
The Apparition.
The Apparition, and some great Ice Vortex.
Oh, there's a Doom on Jo. And level death hit as well. Can he actually? I don't think so. I think JOA's got him. Yep. Last hit.
Really nice gank.
He's doing excellent.
That Ice Blast would have done some great work too if it hit. And they're going to get a top tier 1 for it too, I think.
Gush.
Oh.
Anchor smash. A whiff. And they forced out the fortification as well. Meanwhile, JYU picks up the Alpha Wolf. So we'll have the passive extra crit and the extra 30% damage aura, which is very nice to have. I think Rave, they want to get some towers. That's what they need to get.
They're so close to getting some towers, but they just haven't gotten it yet. Oh,
MP lifted up in the air. He is hit by the Fade Bolt. In comes the call down, though, and he's doing a turnaround, but there's the Ravage. Can he actually get a kill on MP? One more hit. Living armor keeping, was keeping him alive. And now Febby, he's being chased down by the shape-shifted wolf. I don't think there's any escaping the Lycan. And down goes the Gyro Captain. I don't know what he's a captain of, but he's a captain.
At the same time, we saw Doom dive middle, but didn't get a kill. It's like he was going after the Treant. Treant almost died, but managed to get out just in time. Oh, TP on top.
Uh-oh, this is bad.
This could actually be a big waste.
Yeah.
Could be a kill.
Oh, where's the Scorched Earth? He doesn't have it. He's dead.
Oh, wow. What a...
that was just a misplay.
That was a misplay for sure.
He shouldn't have been TPing onto 2 like that.
Not by himself for sure.
You can't underestimate the DPS that Lycan throws out. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
And wow.
Wow.
That is quite a steep peak.
Rave are turning it around big time.
The gold's already in their favor thanks to the tower kills, and experience is almost dead even, despite the hand of Midas that the Gyrocopters picked up. Febby now 2-2. So his early game was going great, and it's definitely been stifled somewhat.
Yeah, definitely some unnecessary deaths there.
We'll still get some good creep camp damage and stacked camps. Yeah. I'd like to see them stack the Ancients on the Dire side for Febby later on.
Yeah, I definitely think that'd be a great help.
Meanwhile,
very important for his farming. Kind of get back into it.
Bottom lane, he has to deny that. Okay, he gets it. So that's good. At least they don't give all of the towers to Rave in the tier 1.
I mean, TA and Lycan aren't too far ahead of Gyro and Doom, but Doom kind of falling behind a bit. Some unnecessary deaths there that really put him behind, but he can still kind of come back. I don't think we have a mech online for Pokerface just yet.
No, I believe that... Oh, Enchantress can pick it up.
Yeah.
Darkseer can pick it up. I don't think Doom is grabbing at this game, or he already would have.
Yeah. No sign of it on Doom.
Almost.
Tidehunter, though, does have mech online.
Yeah, he does. It looks like Rave really... Okay, then there's that.
There's the Darkseer. All right, we got it.
All right, we got our mechs online from both ends. There's a 4-man smoke. They're going to use Jo as bait, maybe. Doom's online. And yeah, good warding from Rave this time around. They're definitely showing a lot more form this time. And Febby seems to be the target.
Yeah, and I think this is a great target. He is really out there by himself. He's going to be very careful. There's no one on the map.
Chrissy has a Blink Dagger. In comes the Surge that was stolen by the Rubik and the Fade Bolt. Febby tries to TP away, but lifted up in the air. They even used the Overgrowth.
Wow.
I think that's a bit of overkill, but...
They really wanted that Gyro dead. I mean, it is a very important kill shutting down that position one like that. I feel like there's just no vision. There was no vision of anyone but Lycan on the map. They should have known something was up. He shouldn't have been out there so far away.
Hit with a bit of a gush. Now the Wolves are working on him. And yeah, they have to back up. The rest of EOT, they're chasing forward. Can they actually get a kill?
They're looking for it. Man, Rave are really turning this around.
They are. MP forced to surge away. Yeah, Rave, they're ahead 10-7, just under 17 minutes into the match. Completely day and night game from match number 1. Just so different. Rave were completely outclassed. And
Rave were GGing out in 20 seconds last game, so
yeah.
just think about that.
Compared to the last game, things are looking much better for them. Gyrocopter needs to keep his farm. He's chugging away.
He's doing pretty well. He's like keeping neck and neck with the Lycan, but
the BKB should be his next item of choice. That'll be a very nice item to pick up. Still though, Rave late game, they're primarily focused on the physical.
Right.
The TA and negative armor, and of course the Lycan and his minions. That's what he has to worry about.
We see both teams smoking into each other's jungles. Not going to find anyone by the looks of things. BKB online for the Lycan. And they're kind of just smoke defending the Gyro right now. Just letting him push up a bit.
Gyro and Lycan almost neck and neck for net worth. TA as well joining the fray. They're all basically even at this point. Doom's pretty far behind though. A little bit ahead of the Tide Hunter. And everyone else is just dirt poor.
Yeah. Pretty much. And looks like they're going to be pushing the tier 1 bottom. And a little bit of pressure on the tier 2 top. Looks like they got TP down there.
Multiple TPs. There's your Ravage double, man. And then a lot of follow-up DPS on the MP. Throws out the mech. There's the BKB. JO just doing absolute work. The wall goes down as well, but Overgrowth helps by a little bit of time. Pokerface, they're in full retreat as Febby tries to escape with his life. And it looks like, well, JYU and Cynical, they're buying a little bit of time. Fadeball doing more damage. Febby, he has to get out of there, but one more hit. The Wolves will finish the job. Cynical trying to heal up with an urn. Just bouncing away. And it's a 2-for-0 trade, but it may not be over. Chilling touches on. Still, everyone's chasing forward. Look at the DPS. They just obliterate the Ancient Apparition. Cynical could be next. Can they get him? They slow him down. Chrissy has to be careful. He gets doomed, but still, he doesn't get doomed, but he gets the last hit. Even living armor keeping him alive. This is not the Rave of the last game. They'll get the tier 2 tower behind this. And this is turning into an absolute disaster, but this time for Pokerface.
Yeah, this is a completely different team we're seeing from Rave this game. They must be mad. They really want to take some revenge here. And they've picked the right heroes this time, and they've done the right things. They've made the right choices, made some great ganks early, and really got ahead in all their lanes.
Not getting too overconfident and moving into the Roshan pit. They do have a really good team for Roshan. They can fight in the pit if they need to with Tide and the Tran Protector. And, I mean, they got the DPS and negative armor.
Oh, yeah. Gonna see.
That guy's having an interesting day.
Yeah. I don't know what that was about, but fair enough. To each his own. Both teams doing the Ancients now.
They both got heroes that can
very comfortably do it.
Yeah.
Gyro and Tide Hunter.
14-7. Pokerface are just not having the best of time when it comes to these team fights. I really feel like the Enchantress just hasn't made the impact that
we've really seen nothing from the Enchantress this game whatsoever.
Nothing much. If it was a Sand King, the hero that got banned out.
Oh, that would have been a completely different story for sure.
Oh yeah, the team fights would go so well for Pokerface, like no doubt. That extra stun, I think, would be useful for them. Oh, Tide Hunter with his blink, a mech, and boots. That's pretty good farm.
Treant with a blink dagger now too.
Initiation across the board for Rave.
They have some great initiation, and Tide Hunter did a great initiation with that Ravage in the last fight. That was pretty much what sealed it all
Not to
together.
mention, they have the DPS in these team fights, and they have a lot of great ultimates to steal with Rubik. Not like last game, it was who cares.
He really had no place, yeah.
This game, they have Surge, they have Doom, they have Call Down, they have Ancient Apparitions, Ice Blast.
Yeah.
If they can get any of those spells, it'll be such a nice boon to this team.
Yeah. Perfect pickup getting the Rubik for this game. And we see TA, Lycan, both over 10k now. Really kind of getting a lead on the Gyrocopter. And Doom is kind of just way at the back now, 3,000 behind.
Oh, AA Blast will spot the squad. I don't know if they can. This could end up being a big fight, Pokerface either they basically have to give up Roshan or they have to try the fight. They can't really, I guess, just let it go away though. But
Looks like they might be letting it go though. It's just about to fall.
yeah, they have no choice.
Looks like they're kind of nearby. I don't know if they really want to fight it at this point. Now that Aegis is online on the TA.
No point in fighting. They need to back off and just play defensive.
We might see a tier 2 push from this.
Doom needs to get his next big item, whether it be like a Shiva's Guard or a BKB.
I definitely think a Shiva would be great for this match.
The BKB I think may be necessary.
I don't know, it's just everything's so physical.
I just against the
To
Tide Hunter,
get rid of
I
the
guess.
Ravage, yeah, that'd probably be good for this deal.
But other than that, the BKB won't be entirely useful. I guess just to kind of remove Rubik out of the equation.
That was a tier 2 down for free. See if they're going to rotate top and try that, take that one down too.
Wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. It's the next objective.
It's the only objective left to do, unless they want to push the tier 3s. We got mosquitoes here in the KDL.
I know. I noticed you're like, tier 3 is stupid mosquito.
Yeah. I got none of them around my house, actually.
You got none of them?
Yeah, no mosquitoes around my house.
What floor are you on?
3.
Oh, okay. They should still live around there, but I heard in apartments, when you get to a certain height, the mosquitoes just can't really get up there.
Oh,
At least that's what Doa says. He lives on like the 10th floor.
Oh, really?
More
BKB?
item.
Oh, sorry, you go for it.
What
what items
you want
do
me
we
to
get?
handle this one?
Yeah, you say it. What do we got?
BKB online and his Force Staff as well.
Nice.
That's all I had to say. Yeah, but definitely the game has slowed down a little bit pace-wise. We're just seeing a lot of farming from both ends.
Yeah, I mean, Pokerface really on the defensive now. They can't really push or go, be too aggressive, especially with the Aegis online.
Yeah, they have to wait out the Aegis, and they need more items. The problem is late game Rave they're completely good late game.
We're gonna see it hot on the Lycan.
I like it, but it's interesting that he's not building into a Necronomicon book.
Yeah.
Don't see that too often.
We usually see the Necronomicon first, at least.
Maybe Rave has realized that all they have to do is win the team fights, and then they can just follow up the push with that. They don't really need to worry about split pushing too much or rat Dota.
It looks like we're going to see a push up top, judging by the... the
Sky,
line.
he's going to get caught out alone, and Chrissy just solos him.
Huge damage with the Desolator.
No point into cold feet as well, I noticed on that apparition. That's somewhat odd.
Kind of feels like a mistake.
I mean, you at least want 1 point.
Yeah, just to kind of like force them to run away or to get stunned.
Tight under blinks and nice Ravage, and then Chrissy blinks in as well, just demolishes JYU. Febby will fall as well. There's an overgrowth. Nice wall, but it's just too little too late as Pokerface has lost 4 of their members. Cynical, the last one, alive. And just, he can't survive through this. The gush, the right clicks from Chrissy with double damage. Desolator. Everyone's dead. Ancient Apparition is back alive, but who really cares at
They
this
didn't
point?
even have their like in there. They were just playing 4v5 and it was just crushing. TA just doing so much damage.
Oh no, this is terrible. And Rave loves to play the style where Jo does his own thing and the rest of their team just kind of handles things. GG is called. I believe that game was just as one-sided
It definitely got to that stage.
as the game before this. So Pokerface, this time around, they just completely get smashed.
Wow. Was not expecting this.
No one was. Rave ties it up 1-1. Jesus Christ. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have to go into a quick commercial break. If you enjoyed the cast or just want to give us a little bit of feedback, send us a comment. You can follow us on Twitter. I'm at Whiplash.
And I'm at Moonglade AU.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Stick around. We'll be back in a few with game number 3 between Pokerface and Rave.